Back to talk recruiting, and as always, we're joined by our recruiting guy, that is Richard Davenport. RD, let's begin with a guy who is 6'7". He's from the class of 2018. He is Josh LeBlanc. Really like this kid out of Baton Rouge. He is a power forward.
He made his official visit to Arkansas this weekend. He left today. The good thing for Arkansas, his mom and dad both made the trip. His mom accompanied him on his Georgetown visit about 2 weeks ago, and Josh told me last week that most likely his mom would be only accompanying him on his A&M and LSU trips, his last two. So this looks like Arkansas will be the only school that gets both parents on campus. Josh is, like you said, 6'7", but he's got an unbelievable wingspan, 7 feet plus, and just a tremendous athlete. He won a high school dunk contest at a pretty prestigious basketball tournament. He was the Defensive Player of the Year in the Under Armour circuit. So he's high up on Arkansas's list, and he would be a huge get if Arkansas was able to lure him.
Yeah, a lot going up on that guy's mantle right now. You just listed all those awards. Moses Moody, let's talk about a guy in the backcourt. He is from the class of 2020, visiting Arkansas today.
Yeah, I tell you what, Moses has a chance to be one of the more highly recruited players in not only just Arkansas, but obviously in the country. He's 6'5". He's another one that has a really long wingspan. He measured 6'10". His wingspan measured 6'10" as a 7th grader. So obviously he's going into his 10th grade year. So you would figure it's at least 7 foot right now. Just extremely long, very athletic, very smooth guard who can play inside, outside, handle the ball, very good defensively, has everything you're looking for in an elite type prospect, and he's definitely that.
Let's go back to the class of 2018, and I understand this Keyshawn Embry kid is going to visit next week again for the class of 2018. He's out of the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, Arkansas has been on him quite some time. They offered him in July, and he's a guy that has always liked Arkansas, and like you said, he'll be coming in next weekend. He's also liking Texas A&M, West Virginia, and Arizona State. Arkansas is in good shape with him. Now, he and Josh LeBlanc are good friends, and he intended to visit this weekend, but he had to report to IMG Academy in Florida this weekend to start classes. So that's the reason he kind of delayed until next weekend.
Okay, one of my favorite names as we switch to football, Bumper Poole, and Bumper is committed to Arkansas. We know Bumper's getting set to start his season coming up on Friday, but in a scrimmage, this guy was lights out, 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. And, you know, here's a guy who also had a pick in that game for a touchdown as well. Is that right?
Yeah, and you know, that was only in 20 plays. So, you know, that's pretty good production when you're only on the field for 20 plays. Obviously, he and a lot of other Arkansas commitments will be beginning their season this upcoming weekend. And he's a guy that obviously Arkansas fans are thrilled about. And just a guy that just makes a lot of plays, very productive. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not productive and at your position, you're obviously not doing what you need to do. And Bumper Poole is one of the more productive linebackers in the nation.
I'll give you about 20 seconds here on Luke Ford, because he's a tight end, and we've talked a lot about the fact that he decommitted from Arkansas. But he started his season this past Friday. Kind of give me a little bit of a recap on that.
Yeah, he played on both sides of the ball the entire game. He had 7 receptions for 78 yards. He also caused 2 forced fumbles, and they were able to pull out a big victory on the road in the first game of the year. Luke, there's a good chance Arkansas will get an official visit or unofficial visit this season. That hadn't been determined yet, but Arkansas is still in the running. He and his dad has maintained all along, even when he decommitted, Arkansas was still in the mix. So, you know, just get him on campus and show him some more love and hope for the best.
Yeah, it's a big name right now. And you wrote about this today, and they're starting 6th grade football back up in the Little Rock School District. This is the first time they've done this since 2005. A little bit more on that.
Well, it's really big because you had that gap from you know, youth football to 7th grade football, and when the Little Rock School District quit in 2005, you saw started of a decline in participation in the junior high and high school ranks. So hopefully this kind of gets things going in the other direction. You got to give Fitzhill and the Little Rock School District a lot of credit for getting this going again. And ultimately, it could potentially help the Razorbacks and increase the number of guys that they have a chance to sign from the Little Rock School District. They have not signed anybody from the Little Rock School District since 2005.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. And as always, Richard Davenport, we appreciate the insight. He is our recruiting insider from Whole Hog Sports, and you can follow him on Twitter as well. AR Recruiting Guy. Our hype video as we get set for Arkansas football and the season opener on Thursday. Coming up.